Hi, I'm Sarah from Green City Growers, and today I'm going to be showing you how to plant some garlic in your garden. Here in New England, we plant our garlic in the fall, typically around the last week of October, and then we harvest it at the end of July. So you want to keep in mind when choosing a place to plant the garlic that you won't have that growing space back until next late July or early August. So I'm going to show you our bed where we'll be planting. So I have this space here where I'm going to be planting garlic in a grid shape. To prepare the bed first, we want to remove any weeds and any dead leaves that are here. And I'm going to be putting that in my compost bucket. I'm going to be planting my garlic in a grid shape here. The general rule is to plant a clove about 2 to 3 inches deep and about 6 inches apart from each clove. If you need to reference a ruler, this here is 6 inches, so that's the spacing between cloves. And this is 2 and 3 inches, which is the depth that we want to plant it under the soil. So here I have a garlic bulb, and inside are some cloves, and each clove is what we'll plant to grow into a new bulb. So we'll start by opening this up. You can see the papery skin comes off in many, many layers. And here we have the individual cloves. So this is what one clove looks like. And all of this, all of the wrapping, the papery skin, can go in the compost too. So once we have the individual cloves, you don't need to peel them. You can plant them with this papery skin. So from that one head of garlic, we got 6 cloves. You'll have a different number, they vary from each head of garlic, and different varieties too. So some other considerations for planting: you don't want to plant on a super wet, rainy day. We have had some rain recently, but today is a nice, dry, sunny day, so it's a perfect day for planting these. When I'm going to be planting it, I want to make sure I keep the pointed side up. So when these were all together in the head, all of the pointed sides were up, and we want to keep it in that orientation. That's because as this grows next spring, a sprout is going to come out of the top, and we just want to make sure that's already pointing up towards the sun, so we'll have an easier time making it through the top layer of soil. So I'm going to choose my first spot to plant. You could use a shovel. I'm just going to use my hand since we don't have to plant it that deep. About 2 or 3 inches down, pointed side up. I'm just going to put it in there and then cover it up. So I'll remember where that is, move about 6 inches to the side, and plant the next one. Then we'll move about 6 inches up and plant the next one. And I'll just keep doing that with all 6 of my cloves to make a nice grid. And there you go. Now each of those should grow into their own head. So next year, from this one head of garlic, we'll have 6 heads. Now that my garlic is planted, I'm gonna cover this area with some salt marsh hay. That's the type of mulch that we use on all of our gardens in the winter. It helps to protect the soil from erosion. As you know, it gets snowed on, then the snow melts, then it snows on it again. And also it helps keep some weeds away by protecting the soil. So I'm just gonna take some. And spread a nice layer over where I just planted my garlic. And then later in the season, when the rest of these plants come out of this bed, this whole bed will be filled with salt marsh hay. So the last thing I'm going to do is make some labels so that next year I remember where the garlic was planted. You can use or reuse anything that you might have around the house. A lot of people use popsicle sticks or some other type of wooden stick. I like to use something a little bit hardier for garlic, since it'll be out here all winter long and I don't want it to fade or break away. So I'm just gonna write garlic on this, and I'll put that here, and I'm gonna write a second one, and put that at the opposite corner over here, so I know that this whole patch is where the garlic will be growing. When I first start gardening in the spring, I won't be able to see the garlic yet, but then soon as it starts warming up, it'll start sprouting up and you'll see little green sprouts growing. So that's how you can grow garlic in your garden. Bye.